Hey guys, it's Mallard with another stamp video, and today we are going to be going through a search of one of the albums I bought from the Chicago stamp show I went to recently. One of the really cool things about these stamp shows you can go to is actually sell these old albums. This one is from 1943. I picked it up for about $150. And we're going to go through it. We're going to see if we can find any stamps that are really cool, some stamps I can add to my collection. So how this is going to work, I'm just going to flip through the pages. I'm going to bring you guys in if I find a stamp that is interesting or a stamp that I think is worth noting. And of course, I'll give you some tips on how I decide which albums to buy when I go to these stamp shows. Let's go. Every stamp search, I know I probably do this, but I always want to talk about always getting a stamp album that's super early. So this one you can see is copyright 1943, which means all the stamps that are going to be in this album are going to be pre-1943, which means you're going to have some old stamps in here, some really good stamps. Also, if they got this album in 1943, that probably means that stamps in the 40s were really easy for them to find, which means you could have some mint 40s, 30s stamps in here that could be some value and it can be really awesome to add to your collection. So always look for the copyright. That is the first thing you should look at. So we're just going to flip this page together. Of course, it has the world. Some of these countries don't exist anymore, so that's always fun to look at. And boom, first page right off the bat, we got a nice Washington right here. Another nice one right there. That one actually looks nice and clean. I love the design. So, of course, first thing you want to look at is these first few pages. If they have stamps on them, some banknotes, then you know that there's going to be some value in this album. If these pages are pretty bare, then you can almost guarantee that this album won't have a ton in it, but it looks like there's some decent stamps here. Nothing too special. Nice little setup there. Keep going. We get down into our Perf 12s. Nice. All right, so I'll probably end right here. But as you can see, they have a really nice selection of stamps. As we go down, got a $1 right there even. And we'll just do one more page. Nothing too interesting. We got a Molly pitcher right there. Got a coil. So yeah, guys, definitely you can usually figure out how much value is going to be in this album when you can look at these first two pages. Our first two pages of the United States album, you can tell this one is going to be pretty good. So let's get into the other countries, see what we can find. So I did skip over the Azerbaijan and Armenia page. Those were pretty full. Apparently these old albums, people really like those stamps, collected them, or they're just really easy to find. You guys have seen those before, so I'm not going to bring those in. But here we go. We got some early Bahamas. Nice overprint right there. I just want to show you guys this because we just flipped the page, and we got a nice early Barbados stamp right there. These Barbados stamps, I love the design on these guys. I think they're awesome. I always like to show you guys the Barbados stamps. So I just think it's really cool design. But yeah, super early Barbados stamp, and we're going to keep on going. Bavaria, you guys know the drill. Some super early ones right there, which I'm super excited about. I do know some of these cancellations can add some intrigue to collectors because of how many spokes are on this wheel, I think is what it's called. And of course, I'm not too worried about it. I'm excited to add these to my Bavaria collection. And as we go down, I'm pretty sure the last stamp album search I had, we had quite the Bavaria section, which I haven't been able to pull out yet. I'm actually going to start a stock book of just my German states, and Bavaria is one of those. But as you can see, it's pretty bare besides that first page, but those two early stamps make this section all worth it. So again, if I find anything else, I'll bring y'all in. Just going to bring you guys in on a country that you don't see very often, Estonia. Some super nice early ones there from 1918 to 1919. Looks like we got some, I think I have that one somewhere. I'll have to go find it. But as you can see, a decently, complete collection, Estonia. I'll definitely have to put this on one of my smaller stockbook pages, but definitely not something you see every day. So I wanted to bring you into this Finland section, not because it's super full, but because if you move down here, you see that these stamps from Finland look a lot like Russian stamps. A lot of people have trouble kind of differentiating them, and one of the tricks I found is down here, if you look to the right, you see that pen. The Russian stamps will not have pen. They will have some other word there. So if you ever see pen, on a stamp, typically you can assume, I think I see it right there, that it is from Finland and not from Russia. Experts, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just a tip that I found recently. And again, if I'm wrong, blast me down in the comment section down below. It's all good. We need to know the correct way to identify these stamps, and that's one way that I found works for me. I have skipped over France and Germany. The French section had a ton of awesome stamps from the colonies. Germany, just a normal German section. I do want to bring you over here. We do have some early stamps from Great Britain. Of course, these guys, when they have the letters in all the corners, you can find the plate number. The plate number is located in this scribble on the side. I can't tell what that one is. It won't focus for me. It's a 6, maybe 86, something like that. Coming down here, nothing too special. That stamp looks super chewed up. Nothing. Decent section over here, so can't complain. But yeah, guys, skipped over Germany and France. Want to show you Great Britain. Made it all the way to Japan. As you guys know, I've been organizing my Chinese stamp collection, and now eventually we're going to get to Japan. But did want to bring you in on these guys. Man, these guys are some early Japanese stamps. A pretty good section from what I can tell. I, of course, have not really taken inventory of my Japanese stamp collection, but these will definitely be added to that. Again, super early looking stamps. 1876, 1877, definitely don't have that. 15 cents seems like a pretty big amount. So, yeah, super excited. Excited to add this to my Japanese stamp collection. One last part to this Japanese part in this album. I was just in China. Never ever seen stamps like this. Definitely gonna have to keep them separated so they don't mix in with all the other ones, but cool stamps. For this album, I've been trying to bring you guys in on a few sections that I normally wouldn't stop on. Montenegro, nothing up there, but man, 1896 looks like we got all of them. Super cool. We turn the page. I do know I do have a few Montenegro stamps, but I definitely am going to need to have its own page for sure now. Remember I found one of these, one of my random stamp hauls, and I was so confused. Like, so confused because it looked like there's overprint here, here, and here, but it's all the same thing. But yeah, super excited. Again, not a country I normally stop at, but this one is loaded. Thought I'd bring you guys into Shanghai right here. Got a nice stamp from 1893. I don't think it's super valuable or anything, but definitely a stamp I can add to my Shanghai collection. I only have a few of them, but definitely I keep those in the back of my Chinese stock book, but I'm super excited to add this one into that section. Thought I'd bring you guys in just to let you guys know this album has been picked through. As you can see, this is between Spanish Western Sahara and Straits and Settlements, and pages have just been cut out completely. So this album has been picked through. Not that bad. I've only seen a few pages that it's really been like stripped, but as you can see, they thought it was appropriate to just rip out this entire section. So hey, person that got here before me did that. It's all good. I'm going to pick out the stamps I want and give this to the next person, and that's just kind of how it goes. All right, guys, we are at the end of the album. There's nothing really to show after this page. I thought I'd show you the Ukraine page as we move down. I love Ukraine. I had a teammate in college who I played who was from the Ukraine, so I love collecting these stamps. Nice block of 4 right there. But yeah, this is probably where we're going to end it. Another super awesome album search. I do have 2 more to go, so be on the lookout for those videos. Hopefully we can find some awesome new stamps. But again, these albums, I'm accumulating them, and I am not finishing going through them and organizing them, so I got a lot left to do. But as always, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching.